Welcome again. So as in the first lecture, I told you to recall certain notions about rings, and one of the notion was homomorphism of rings. I hope you must be aware now, you must have studied that, and just we want to refresh that notion. Let R and S be rings and F a function from R to S such that F preserves addition and multiplication. That's FA plus B equal to FA plus FB and FAB equal to FAFB for all AB in R. Then F is called a homomorphism. And if F is 1, 1, it is called a monomorphism. If F is onto, then it's called an epimorphism. And if it is both 1, 1 and onto, then it is called an isomorphism. And in this situation, we write R is isomorphic to S like this. If R equal to S, so any homomorphism from R to R is called an endomorphism, and a 1, 1 onto homomorphism from R to R is called an automorphism. So you must go through the concerned chapters of the books and get some examples of homomorphisms, endomorphisms, automorphisms, etc., etc. Here we present a few. Let R equal to Z and S equal to Zn. Ring of integers modulo n, then Fa equal to A mod n is a ring homomorphism, and it is not isomorphism. One more example, let R equal to the set of these matrices. So R equal to matrices of the type 2 cross 2 matrices A, B minus B, A, where A, B are real numbers. And we define map F from R to the field of ring of complex numbers, field of complex numbers, by F of A, B minus B, A equal to A plus iota B. Then this is an isomorphism, and you should check it, verify. Here also you should verify it and search for some more examples. Construct your own examples which are there, which may not be in the book, but you have to just by logic see if certain homomorphisms from which are true in groups hold in rings. For example, if we take Z as a group with respect to addition, of course, and we take Z as a ring now with respect to addition and multiplication, and we see which homomorphisms from there can be extended to this, if any, or search for some other examples also. Let F from Z to Z by Fa equal to Na and a natural number, positive integer. Then this is not a ring homomorphism. So if we consider Z as a ring, then this is not a homomorphism. But in fact, it is a group homomorphism. So here, if we consider Z as a group, Fa plus B will be equal to Na plus B. Now Na plus B is A plus B, A plus B, A plus B, A plus B, n times addition. And this is nothing but Na plus Nb, because n is positive integer and B are integers. And this is nothing but Fa plus Fb. But when we go to multiplication, then Fab is equal to NAB but FAFB is equal to NA/NB, and this is N square AB. So multiplication is not preserved. So it is not a ring homomorphism, it is just a group homomorphism. So this homomorphism cannot be extended to a ring homomorphism. But you should search if there is any. Either way there is any, or if there is no, just see. Then now out of homomorphisms we have two subsets of R and S. So if F is a homomorphism from a ring R to a ring S, then image of F, which is a subset of S of course, is FA A in R. So set of images of all elements of R, and kernel of F is those elements of R whose image is 0. And later on we will see that this kernel F is an ideal, etc. Theorem: let I and J be ideals of a ring R. Consider I plus J, that is sum of two ideals, which we just discussed in the previous sum of ideals, then direct sum of ideals. So here it is sum of ideals. I plus J equal to A plus B, A in I, B in J. Now suppose R equal to I plus J. Suppose R is equal to sum of these two ideals and their intersection is 0. Then R is isomorphic to the direct product of I and J. Proof: we define a map from I cross J to R by FAB equal to A plus B, because A plus B is R. Now it can be seen that I cross J is isomorphic to R. You have to check it. We have defined F A B is equal to A plus B. This is a map. See whether this is well defined. Suppose AB equal to CD, A is in I, C is in I, B is in J, D is in J. Then we know that if AB equal to CD, this means A equal to C, A equal to C and B equal to D. So A plus B will be equal to C plus D. Why? Because A is equal to C, B is equal to D. So FAB equal to FCD, well defined. And then F of AB plus CD will be equal to F of, this is A plus C, B plus D, and this is A plus C plus B plus D. And what is now all these elements are elements of ring. A, B, AC are elements of I, BD are elements of J, and all are elements of this ring. Now what is FAB plus FCD? FAB is A plus B plus it is C plus D. A plus B, C plus D. Now you have to just see whether these are equal. Since they are all elements of ring, so A plus C plus B plus D and ring is additive abelian group. Therefore, these two are same. Therefore, addition is preserved. Similarly, you will see that multiplication is also preserved. For multiplication, we observe that f a b c d equal to f. So here we are saying that this is these are I cross j is isomorphic to R as groups. With respect to multiplication, we observe that f a b c d equal to f a c b d component wise, which is equal to ac plus bd, where ac are in I and bd are in j. Now FAB FCD is equal to A plus B into C plus D, which is equal to AC plus BD plus AD plus BD. So here we have got AC plus BD, and here we have got AC plus BD plus these two terms, BC plus AD. So we have to see whether this sum equal to 0. Now Ij and Ji are contained in I intersection J, which is equal to 0. Now where is BC? B is in J, so BC is in J. A is in I, so AD is in I, so BC is in J. AD is in I. And they are ideal. So BC is in I and J, AD is in I and J, so B is in J, C is in I, so this is in I, J, this is in Ji, and they are both subsets of I intersection J, and I intersection J equal to 0. So BC is equal to 0 and AD equal to 0, because BC belongs to J. BC belongs to I, AD belongs to I, and AD belongs to J. So this belongs to I intersection J, this belongs to I intersection J, so they are equal to 0. So this part equal to 0. This part equal to 0 means FAB FCD is equal to AC plus BD, which is equal to FAB CD. So I cross J is isomorphic to R as rings as well. These theorems, isomorphism theorems, you have studied in your semester 1. So it is, if F is a homomorphism from a ring R to a ring S, then kernel F is an ideal of R, and R mod kernel F is isomorphic to image F. Image F is a ring, and in case F is onto, then R mod kernel F is isomorphic to S. Second isomorphism theorem. Let R and S be rings such that S is a subring of R and I an ideal of R. Then I is an ideal of S plus I. The map F from S to S plus I mod I defined by Fa equal to A plus I is in S is an onto homomorphism with kernel F equal to S into. So here we define map from this is defined, and you have to show that this map is homomorphism, and this is onto, and kernel is this, and then we use this theorem R mod kernel R is S, you take S, R mod kernel is S intersection I is isomorphic to this ring. So S mod S intersection I, for example here R mod kernel F is isomorphic to S. So here S mod because map is from S mod kernel F is S intersection I is isomorphic to this ring. Third isomorphism theorem is quotient of quotients. Let I and J be ideals of a ring R such that I is contained in J. Show that J mod I is an ideal of R mod I. This is very easy, simple. And second, map F from R to the quotient of quotients. Here which R mod I is quotient ring. Another ring is J mod I, because J is an ideal. I and J are ideals, and I is contained in J, so J mod I is a ring. Of course, it's an ideal of R mod I, defined by, so J mod I is an ideal of R mod I, which is the first part. J mod I is an ideal of R mod I. That is why we can write R mod I mod J mod I, defined by Fa of, so taking any A of ring R to A plus I is here, plus the ideal, this, as it is defined, natural homomorphism. A in R is an onto homomorphism with kernel F equal to J. So kernel of this ring is J. And we conclude that if it is onto, it is homomorphism, then by first fundamental theorem, R mod kernel, that is R mod kernel is J, R mod kernel is isomorphic with the second ring, R mod I mod J mod. So this is known as quotient of quotients. Quotient of quotients. Now we go back to, say, your then first group homomorphism, then ring homomorphism, and then when we take a vector space, we call this vector homomorphism as a linear transformation. And there we have scalar multiplication, addition and scalar multiplication. So F is a field and V and W are vector spaces over F. A homomorphism, which is known as linear transformation in case of vector spaces, F from V to W is a map such that addition is preserved, and F of alpha equal to alpha Fa for all AB in V and alpha in F. Now we consider set of all these homomorphisms from V to V, that is endomorphisms. So set of all endomorphisms from V to V are set of all linear transformations from V to V, and we write this as a set R equal to endomorphism Vf, so that is set of all endomorphisms. This is F such that F from V to V is an endomorphism or linear transformation, And in this set R, for example, we took first Cartesian product, we defined addition, and we want to say which algebraic structure is satisfied by this set. And here also we are curious to see which algebraic structure is satisfied by this set of all linear transformations. So we see whether this is a group, a ring, and so on. So for that we define addition and multiplicity. If addition holds, then we go for multiplication. If it also holds, then we see distributive laws, and we conclude somewhere. So we define addition and multiplication as, since we are here dealing with functions, homomorphism, so addition will be defined based on actions of the functions. So you should be very careful. That is, if f and g are any two functions, then we define f plus g with respect to their actions on elements of the domain. So suppose f is a map from a set A to B, G is a map from a set A to B, then f plus g will be defined, or f plus g will be defined via exchange of f and g on elements of A. So here also we define f plus ga equal to fa plus ga and fga equal to f of ga. That is composition. This is composition, function composition for all A in V. Now it is easy to check that R, this set of endomorphisms which we have addition as defined like this and multiplication as composition, is an abelian group with respect to addition. Now we note that domain and codomain of the elements of R are same. So the function composition is well defined and is a binary operation. So that is f g acting on A is f of ga. So it goes from V to V. So they are same. Therefore, it is a binary operation so fg of A, so it takes so f of ga, so A is in V, ga is in V, and f of and some element in V, suppose ga is equal to C, so fc again goes to V, so it is dominant, they are same. So this is a binary operation and function composition is associative as well, which you have done in our 12th class even at secondary. And for any f g h in R and V in V and A in V, we now see associative law f plus g h acting on A equal to f plus g of HA, which is equal to f HA plus g HA, because f plus g we have defined f plus g, suppose HA is equal to C, so f plus GC is equal to FC plus GC, which is equal to, now again here we go back to the same composition FHA plus GHA. So it has to be like this, GH together, which is called FH plus GHA. Therefore F plus G, so F plus GH acting on A is equal to FH plus GH acting on A for all A in V. Therefore this is equal to this. So F plus GH is equal to FH plus GH. And identity element is identity map I from V to V by IA equal to A is the identity element of R. So therefore this endomorphism VF is a ring with identity.